In today's busy world, being able to cook from scratch in a flash has never been more important.
Quite nice, really.
So I'm off on a journey to explore the exciting world of speedy cooking.
Oh, that looks amazing.
No matter how far-flung the destination.
A little bit different, very quick.
Hurry up, Mary, let's get a move on.
I'm doing my best.
Or how close to home.
This is the best bit of the day.
It's hard to get the dollops the right size.
I will bring all this wonderful food back to you.
And it doesn't get much quicker or more delicious than that.
I've always enjoyed a day and a night on the town.
Like millions of others, one of my favourite places to visit is the bustling West End of London.
With so many exciting things to do, we often only have the shortest time to grab a bite. Luckily, there are hundreds of restaurants here that have become experts in providing the quickest and most delicious dishes. I'm going to find out just how they manage it. While the area is slowly waking up for the day, my first stop is one of the West End's best-loved cafes, the French patisserie Maison Berthaud. It's been serving up delicious sweet treats for well over a century, but at this time of day, people flock here for a quick breakfast. It's their pastries that are in most demand. Michelle Wade has worked here since she was a Saturday girl, at age just 15.
This is just like Paris and Soho. Oh, thank you. Michelle, how nice to see you.
Lovely to see you, yes.
I've never seen so many classic French patisseries. And as I came in, I saw croissant here.
Oh, these are ham and cheese or cheese, and these are the almond croissant, which is a very heavy recipe, which are quite substantial. People normally have half and take half home.
Well, they look pretty generous.
I remember when I was a little girl, you couldn't buy croissants anywhere else, and now they're everywhere.
So have you been here forever?
Well, I've been here a very long time, but the shop's been here even longer. The shop's been here since 1871.
That's the picture. I know you're not going to be in there, but
Really, I worked for the man at the end with he's got his arms crossed. I worked for his son, which is
So you're
quite a lot.
devoted to the shop?
Yeah, I love it. I love it to bits.
Many of the cafe's cakes and pastries follow the original recipes brought over from Paris by the founder, Monsieur Berthaud.
Fruit tartlets, oh, and eclairs. And is that Mont Blanc?
Yeah, this one is a little Mont Blanc, little mountain, with chestnut puree and fresh cream.
Oh, delicious.
But to create all these wonderful pastries takes a lot of hard work. Chef Nabil Kaboub starts baking at 6 a.m. and works his magic from the tiny kitchen on the top floor.
Ah, and so what's that?
This is lemon tart.
A lovely glaze of apricot marmalade.
Apricot jam, yes.
Well, it looks pretty tempting.
Yeah.
The staff here are so busy that they rarely get time to cook for themselves. So I've offered to make them the quickest French-inspired classic that I know, my Gruyere cheese and chive omelette.
So I'm going to do a couple of eggs, just a dash of water. Just whisk that with a fork. Good pinch of salt, some black pepper, and then I'm going to put some chives in.
Melt a knob of butter in a very hot pan.
Then
Nice
tip
one.
the egg in, all in one go, and I stir it from this end here, because I want that end to get really brown when I tip it out on the plate. If a bubble comes, I give it a bang, otherwise you get uneven browning.
When it's nearly cooked, throw in some delicious Gruyere cheese and fold the omelette over.
Oh, look at that, look at that.
Oh, nice.
Right, there we are. Come on, have a try.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. As a
yes,
chef,
please. Oh,
have a
thank you.
try.
Cheers.
Come on, tell me, is that right?
It's delicious.
Very nice.
Well, my omelette seems like a success. Now, it may be a little early for a slice of cake, but I really can't leave without Nabil's incredible-looking lemon tart.
Sheer heaven. Come on, we can finish the rest, can't we? Yeah. Thank you for having me. So good.
A freshly baked croissant or a cheesy omelette is a wonderful way to start any morning. I have another breakfast recipe that can be whipped up in next to no time, and you can even take it with you when you head out for the day. My delicious one-pot breakfast on the go.
And I'm going to do it in individual jars, and I'm going to put fresh fruit at the bottom, then on top yoghurt, and on top of that a lovely toasted mixture of oats and seeds.
First job is the oat topping. Start by chopping 25 grams of dried apricots.
I think people associate oats and apricots and fruit as being very healthy. It's a good start to the day.
Melt a knob of butter in a hot pan and then add 50 grams of porridge oats.
Then I've got some pumpkin seeds, about a tablespoon, and a tablespoon of sunflower seeds. Now you really must watch this because with the butter they can get too brown. So I'm just going to toast them, and particularly with seeds or nuts, toasting them adds to the crispness as well as the flavour. You may get the odd snap and pop. Did you hear it toward her? As the heat has increased in the pan, they're positively jumping about. That's taken on enough colour. If you do it too dark, it'll be bitter.
Finally, add the chopped apricots and 2 tablespoons of golden honey.
And you can see now it has taken on that pale golden look, and it smells lovely. So I'm going to tip that onto a cold plate because I want it to be cold.
So while that's cooling down, it's time for the fruit and yoghurt.
Right, I've chosen to use raspberries and blueberries. So we'll drop, say, 4 into each one. Then I've got these lovely blueberries, the nice big ones, fruity ones. So there they are.
Now add a generous spoon of rich and creamy Greek yoghurt. Soon as that wonderful oat topping has cooled, sprinkle it over the pot.
A couple of spoonfuls. Beautifully crispy. Press it down like that. I think that's one of the best breakfasts to have on the go. Fruit, yoghurt, and a lovely toasted oat topping.
The West End has always had a vibrant and diverse culture. It's been home to countless migrant groups over the centuries who've brought their wonderful food with them. Some of the country's first Greek and Italian restaurants opened here in the 1920s. And it was an Italian who kick-started our modern coffee revolution back in 1953, when he opened the UK's first espresso bar not far from here. There are now over 40 coffee shops in Soho Square Mile alone. Where there was once just a cappuccino or an espresso on offer, today there's a whole menu to choose from.
I have never seen so many types of coffee. It's a bit like a cocktail bar of coffees. What's this?
A Marocchino is like espresso shot, chocolate, and
All
a
right,
coffee.
I'll have that one.
Dino Shahini has been in the coffee business for 20 years, and his pride and joy is a beautiful espresso machine.
Well, we don't have many of those at home. It's a pretty good machine. Is it Italian?
Thank you. It is Italian. It's 1961. It's the oldest one in West End. It is my baby.
What I like is the theatre of this.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That'll wake you up in the morning.
It does wake me up. I have 17 a day.
No wonder you're so perky.
Do you want to have a go?
OK.
Put that there.
So that's the coffee coming
Yeah,
down.
that's the coffee coming down.
Well, this is a first for me. Barista Berry.
Press it
I
as
press that down.
hard as you can.
And I'm about to do the next order for one of Dino's regulars.
Can I have a cappuccino, please?
Cappuccino. Can we do that?
Of course.
Right, cappuccino.
Ready? So you want to press that
Oh, yeah,
down?
this is... I feel as though I'm in a pub.
That's his question. Yeah. Just put it all the way down, and you have to hold it.
Now I know why I always go for a cup of instant in the morning.
Then we need hot milk. That's the noise I remember in coffee shops years ago.
The sim, you feel it hot?
That's enough.
You turn it on. Like this.
Yeah.
Spin it like this.
I've decorated a few cakes in my time, but never a coffee.
Keep going, like, keep going. Keep going, come all the way up. Whoop. Aye, very close.
There you are, George.
Oh, Fab, look at that, it's pretty good.
Well, I had a go. Tastes all right?
Fabulous.
Well, it wasn't just the coffee that Italians brought to this area. They also introduced so many wonderful ingredients that we take for granted today. And obviously their food, which is still popular with the lunch crowds. I have a wonderful Italian dish that is perfect for a lazy lunch because you can make it in next to no time. I'm going to make a vibrant mushroom and asparagus risotto. All very easy, but there are a few basic rules to follow. To help this cook quickly, make sure to use the widest, shallowest pan you have. Gently fry 1 large chopped onion with a clove of garlic. Of course, the most important ingredient is the risotto rice. I'm using 275 grams. And just stir that round so that it's coated in a little of that oil and let it sweat away there for 2 or 3 minutes. You see the advantage of having a big, shallow pan. There's much more surface, so it's really getting a nice, even cook. Now I'm going to add 100 ml of wine. So let that just evaporate and drive off the alcohol. Next step is to get the flavour in through your stock. I'm adding the stock little by little. You don't add it all at once. Add it slowly. And it begins to sort of thicken up as you do it, and that's what starts to give a nice sort of creamy consistency. The onion becomes beautifully flavoured and goes right through the rice. When you can see clean patches in the pan, you know it's time to add a little more. While that's cooking, I'm going to prep the asparagus. Blanch in salted water for just 2 minutes so as not to lose any of the bright green colour. Keep stirring. Once the stock has all been absorbed, add 350 grams of button and chestnut mushrooms. Already that's looking pretty creamy without having the butter in, but let's put it in. Then all the chives. Look at them, lovely. And the crowning glory is 75 grams of coarsely grated Parmesan cheese. That's it. Now I'm just going to put the lid on and just leave it for 3 minutes for all those flavours to join up and the mushrooms to have that extra few moments of cooking. Once ready, just season and throw in the colourful asparagus. Give it a good stir. And you see how it seems to liven it up, having all this bright green. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put another knob of butter in. Why not? Leave it out if you like, but I think it's good. And because it's so hot, it'll melt in a moment. All I've got to do now is to serve it. There it is, my mushroom and asparagus risotto. I think that's one of the best dishes to have when you're in a great hurry, all done in under half an hour, and very few pots to wash up. That's a bonus. Luckily for us, the 1950s saw the arrival in the West End of even more wonderful food, this time in the form of Chinese restaurants. They slowly began to open around Gerrard Street, an area we now know as Chinatown. And there's nowhere better to explore when it comes to quick cooking. Local writer and translator Fan Wei Ye promotes Chinatown's restaurants beyond their community, a perfect guide to get me behind the scenes.
Oh, look at those ducks.
Oh, yeah.
Still hanging there.
They are beautifully roasted. It's a typical Cantonese style.
There are restaurants everywhere. Are they all similar?
China is such a big place. It's almost as big as the entire Europe. So we have 8 main types of cuisines.
The majority of these restaurants are supplied by one of the oldest Chinese supermarkets in London, Siwu.
And here's durian. That smells, doesn't it? I remember
Yes.
that in Malaysia. Do you like it?
I like it, but my dad doesn't.
There's a bewildering array of ingredients, many I've never seen before.
What's the white one over there?
That's the yellow chives. So it's actually chives, but grown in the dark. The texture is softer than the regular chives, green chives. This is pak choy. Allegedly, this supermarket is the first to import pak choy from China.
And these mushrooms,
Yeah, that is my favorite lily mushroom.
right?
It's because they're crispy. You got a different texture.
Fan Fei's home in China is the Sichuan province in the southwest of the country, well known for its spicy cuisine. He's taking me to a Sichuan restaurant to see how the chefs use some of those amazing ingredients.
All right, Mary, welcome to Jinglish Kitchen. Let me introduce Master Tan.
This is the first for me. I have never been in a Chinese kitchen before.
Master Tan is making one of the restaurant's most popular dishes, crispy stir-fried pork, made in under 5 minutes.
There's quite a lot of oil going in there.
With this amount of oil, the pork can be cooked fairly quickly.
Right. And what's that going in now?
刚刚放的是辣椒油吗? That's a little bit of a spicy oil. So now Master Tan is putting in fermented yellow beans.
You can smell it, and also it's looking so attractive because it's just beginning to get a little bit crispy.
Then putting the fresh chili. Mary probably needs to step back a little bit.
Why are you catching it on fire? We can't do that at home. I mean, we could have all the kitchens on fire.
To speed up the cooking process, and a light touch of fire will make the surface of the ingredients slightly crispy.
It's amazing how quickly that was done. The smell is wonderful. It's really beautiful. It's not too hot. Now it's coming. The chili is coming through, and the rind has become soft because we would automatically cut the rind off before frying, and it's good.
I have my own take on spicy Chinese-style stir-fry, and it's just as quick as Master Tan's. Well, almost.
Beef and pepper stir-fry. I love stir-fries because they're done so quickly. From preparation to finish, about 15 minutes.
First job is to tenderize 200 grams of trimmed rump steak.
The reason why I beat it out a bit is to get more strips, more pieces of meat, but I still want it pink in the middle. And now to the marinade.
For the rich marinade, mix 4 tablespoons each of sweet chili and soy sauce, and 1 teaspoon each of Chinese 5-spice and muscovado sugar, the juice of a lime, and finally 1 crushed garlic clove.
And I'm going to put 3 tablespoons full of this in with the steak and leave it for about 10 minutes.
Just 10 minutes in the marinade is going to give the steak a wonderful depth of flavour.
And this is going to spit when I put it in. These are quite thin. I'm only going to do them about 1.5 minutes. When I cut through them, I want it to be beautifully pink. That's had 1.5 minutes over. Just look at that. Gorgeous golden crispy brown. And the other side. In Chinatown, they add water to the pan to cool it down for a bit. I'm not going to do that procedure because I don't want any flames in my kitchen. I think that's just about time, and leave that to rest. So, on with the veg.
I've sliced 1 onion, 2 red peppers, and half a Chinese cabbage.
Chinese leaves are perfect for quick dishes. It takes a moment, especially the leafy part. That's it. In goes the onion, then the strips of pepper.
When the onions and pepper have taken on some lovely colour, mix in the heart of the Chinese cabbage. Add the rest of the spicy marinade and 150 grams of pre-cooked egg noodles.
And now combine all those ingredients together. It's the sauce that gives it its flavour.
All that remains is to add the delicate leaves from the top of the cabbage and some freshly chopped coriander.
Stir that. Make sure that it all gets coated in that wonderful marinade, and then I've got to just serve it and carve the steak on top. Doesn't that look good? Very colourful. And you just look at that. For me, it's perfect. If you want it cooked a little bit more, cook it a bit more, but I think that's just right. I think that looks wonderful. So that's it, my Asian beef and pepper stir fry, all in 15 minutes. You don't get much quicker than that.
With the evening drawing in, Chinatown's restaurants become a magnet for anyone rushing to eat dinner before heading out for the night. Can you believe that almost 14 million theatregoers flock to a West End show every year? One of the longest running ones is Les Miserables. I'm lucky enough to have been invited backstage to meet the stars of the show, Dean Chisnell and Carly Stenson.
Hello.
Hello, Mary. Please come in. Come and see
Dean,
our...
lovely.
Nice to meet you. I'm Carly. Hiya.
Right. Gosh, it's cosy in here.
It's not room to swing a cat, but welcome.
And what's all this then?
Oh, my best friend's mum made me a cushion of all the shows I've done before, and it's taken pride of place in my room.
There's no canteen here. So how do you survive? Because it's a very physical job.
Little things in my cupboards to nibble on, but I tend to eat before the show.
And the saying is in Les Mis that, oh, I'll eat when I'm dead, because near enough every character dies. So when you're dead, you eat.
Which is why I can't eat during the show, you see.
I see. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to seeing the show, but could I have a sort of preview of what's going on?
Of course you can.
Yes, yeah.
Should we do a backstage tour?
Yes, please.
Follow me. So this is the stage right wing. We're heading on to the bit where you have to be dead silent, but you're all right to talk today.
It's a little bit like a rabbit warren. And so here, you're sort of in the wings. You've got to go on
the
a
heart's
time.
racing and the butterflies are going.
What are all these scribbles on the wall?
Those scribbles are people who've been in the show over the various years.
The first person was Judi Dench, because she was in a play next door, so she asked if she could sneak on, so they dressed her like a boy. So then she signed her name, and then since then, everybody has.
So
Can I have a look at this?
please do, come on. Mary Berry is now coming onto the barricades. This is it. Can you believe that?
It's wonderful to see from this angle, because I've only ever seen it watching, and it's a beautiful theatre.
It is. It is.
I mean, actually, the people who are sitting there don't get the view that we do.
No. We get the best view in the house, really.
How lucky I am to get to see both sides of the curtain. What a joy to see such an epic performance. I can't believe that these few streets are packed with so many people watching shows of this scale. I have one very last recipe to share with you that is all about enjoyment. My chocolate cappuccino tart. It's rich and indulgent, and you're going to enjoy every single mouthful. This tart is so quick to make because the base is made with digestive biscuits instead of pastry. We often do digestive biscuit crusts, but this one's got chocolate in it, which makes it beautifully firm. Also, makes it much easier to get off the base. Firstly, melt 75 grams of butter and then add 50 grams of dark chocolate. It's got to the stage of just being runny. That's it. Not a lump inside. Add the smooth mixture to the crushed digestive biscuits and give it a good stir. Then I'm going to put it into the base of this flan tin. Then with a spoon, just press it down all the way round.
and push it into each of these little indentations. That will help when it comes to turns out.
Pop the base into the fridge, and while it chills, start on the coffee and chocolate filling. Add 250 ml of double cream to 350 grams of dark chocolate and 50 grams of butter.
Real butter, no substitutes. And then I've got some strong coffee. It's a heaped teaspoonful of coffee and a tablespoonful of hot water. There are a lot of very rich ingredients in there, so when the time comes, a small slice.
Place the bowl over a pan of hot water and carefully melt to a smooth and creamy texture.
Just look at that. It looks like a pair of shiny boots. You'd always see your face in it.
When it's cooled, stir in 200 grams of creme fraiche and pour over the crunchy biscuit base.
Sheer indulgence.
Chill until the filling is firm and remove from the tin.
Magic.
Finally, spoon on some whipped cream and finish with a sprinkle of delicate chocolate shavings. So that's my wonderful chocolate cappuccino tart. Such a treat and so indulgent.
I promised you it was going to be special.
As night falls, the streets, restaurants and bars of the West End are just as busy as they were during the day. Before I head home, there's just time for a quick nightcap.
I hear the patter of feet.
Hello, Mary.
You must be absolutely exhausted, aren't you? It was truly wonderful.
Oh, good.
I took the opportunity of ordering something for you. I loved every moment, and there were a few tears.
Oh, good.
That's what you were looking for.
We do.
Yeah,
we do
means
like.
we've done okay.
We do like making people cry for the right reasons.
Let's drink.
Oh,
Cheers.
Cheers.
Lovely
Cheers.
meeting
Well done.
Lovely espresso martini. I love a night on the town. And I've certainly loved eating my way around the West End. What sheer bliss. Next time,
Gosh, look at that.
I head behind the scenes,
Thank you very much.
seeing how speedy cooking,
We did 378,000 covers last year, so over 1,100 covers a day.
keeps this busy airport moving.
If there's an option between tea and champagne, it's champagne every time. I prefer champagne.